Hello. This week, although our readings are about class size and room arrangements, I would like to focus my attention on some of the fiscal resources that are available to support early childhood education programs, such as First Five, CDE, CARES Plus. This is Learning Outcome 4 as identified in our syllabus. Project RISE is a program intended to increase the number of highly trained and qualified child development professionals available to serve young children and families in our community. The program provides support for students, assistance in transferring to particular universities, as well as direct support fund scholarships for tuition and books. For more information, you can contact Donna Raffanello, who is our project director at 562-938-4761, or by email at drafanello@lbcc.edu. California Department of Education and Early Childhood Education Department provides grants that pay for services for early childhood education programs. There are two separate aspects of the program that we will focus on: general child care and California State Preschool Programs, or CSPP. General child care applies to children who are younger than preschool age, and the preschool program applies to children in their third and fourth years. These programs are intended to provide access to high-quality programs for low-income families across the state. A program would be referred to as state-funded if they have a contract with the California Department of Education, although they may also accept private pay families that pay the full tuition rate. The resources provided by the Department of Education are vast, and they come with many requirements. Requirements are not necessarily bad. The requirements are designed to ensure the programs follow funding terms and conditions and work to ensure programs maintain a high quality of care. There have been major changes in the past few years as significant reductions in the budget have forced many state-funded programs to close. The department hasn't allowed new contracts or applicants for several years, as there really aren't enough funds to go around as it is. The Child Development Training Consortium provides support for students in California community colleges as well as universities when working toward degrees in early childhood education. The Training Consortium provides stipends, small grants, to help fund expenses for students who are already working in the field of early childhood education. Each semester, Long Beach City College offers stipends using funds provided by the Training Consortium. The amount of the stipends depend on the number of students that apply, the number of units a student takes, and passes with at least a C. In addition to stipends for community college students, the consortium also offers grants for students at universities, up to $1,500 a year for university students. Another important financial assistance program offered by the Training Consortium is to pay for the application fees for some level of child development permits. In addition, they reimburse for the associated fingerprint fees. For more information about the program, you can contact Julie Frumkin at 562-938-4792 or jfrumkin@lbcc.edu. You can also learn more about the program at childdevelopment.org. These are some of the main programs that offer assistance for individuals and programs in the field of early childhood education. First Five offers assistance in a variety of ways based on the funding they receive. Their programs target both full programs and individuals. There are also financial assistance available through Child and Adult Care Food Program, and to help programs pay for the children they feed each day. We discussed this more in week 8. Our assigned topic this week relates to room arrangement and groupings. The article included in this week's module includes quite a bit about room arrangement, so I don't want to spend any time on that. But I do want to talk for a few minutes about maintaining group size and ensuring students are accounted for in the group care setting. The size of a group is regulated by the age of children in the group, as well as the type of facility. For instance, a family child care home has different group ratios than a licensed center. In a licensed program, the state of California requires infants and young toddlers operate a ratio of 1 adult for every 4 children until the children reach 18 months of age, when it changes to 1 adult for 6 children. At age 3, it transitions to 1 adult for 12 children. If your program is funded by the California Department of Education, the 6-to-1 ratio doesn't even exist, and the preschool ratio is 1 adult for every 8 children. These ratios are more restrictive than licensing standards and are part of the funding terms and conditions I referred to earlier. There are all kinds of formulas and if it's a mixed age group, but this gives you the basics. Regardless of the size of your group, it is critical that caregivers keep very good track of the children in their care. Every year, children are left unattended. How can we avoid this? Number 1, ensure a name-to-face roster is used. Teachers should have a list of all children present in their group. Number 2, when a teacher goes on break, he or she must give their list to the person relieving them. Number 3, when a new child arrives, their name must be added to the list. Number 4, when a child leaves, their name is crossed off the list. Number 5, anytime a group changes locations, for instance, heading outside, teachers should check carefully to ensure all children are present. And 6, periodic checks should be made throughout the day to ensure all children are present and accounted for. Organizations have varying policies related to this process. When I first entered the field as a director, I worked for an organization that fired all teachers in a room if a child was left unattended. They took this very seriously. I have heard of organizations that didn't do anything. However, licensing considers this a very serious violation, and it is not to be taken lightly. Different programs have different processes, but the key is to ensure all children are safe and accounted for. This week, we have an assignment due, which is broken into 2 parts. I discussed it in last week's lecture. Check back to last week if you missed it. A rubric and a link for turning it in is provided this week. Have a great week.